Okay. Gregory Stone, MMA Crypt.com. On today's quiz, we'll be going in 3 rounds of action as Greg Marshall takes on Shane Staley. The categories for today's quiz is Bellator MMA, Nick Diaz and Anderson Silva. Obviously, those guys are going to compete at UFC 183 this weekend. So that's the reason for those 2 categories. Obviously, the third one is Bellator MMA. There's been tons of news regarding Bellator, so that's the reason for the third category there. Okay, before we start the quiz, I'd like to introduce the players. We'll start with Greg Marshall first. Greg, in his own words, is a bit of a boring cunt. With that, welcome to the quiz, Greg.
Alright, man, how's it going?
Not too bad, Greg. Okay, let's bring in Shane Staley. Shane is a video editor at SMS Productions. You might see his work on YouTube and on Twitter, on his Twitter account too. With that, welcome to the quiz, Shane.
Yeah, how's it going, mate?
Okay, guys, what I want to do before we start today's quiz, I want to do a coin toss to decide who goes first and who selects which category. Okay? Now, we're going alphabetical order here. So, Greg, you got a G, so your name's first in the alphabet, so you can choose heads or tails first, Greg.
Go on then, I'll take heads.
It's tails.
Nah,
so, Shane, you get to decide the category and who goes first or second. Okay? So the categories are Anderson Silva, Nick Diaz, or Bellator MMA. Which category would you like to go with for round 1?
Bellator.
Bellator. You watch your Bellator there, Shane?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who would you like to answer all the questions first for round 1? Would you like to answer them first, or would you like Greg to answer them first?
Greig.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, here we go with question 1 of round 1. This is worth 2 points. Remember, guys, if you get a 5-point lead on your opponent in a round, it results in a TKO victory. Okay? So it's important to not let your opponent get 5 points on you. Okay, question 1. Which former UFC lightweight fighter has mysteriously disappeared from the Bellator lightweight roster? Now, there's 3 possible answers for this, so I'm just going to read them out quick. Is it Paul Sass, Terrier Tim, or Rob Sinclair? Greg, you're going first.
Not a clue, to be honest. Never seen anything about this, but I'll guess it's going to be Rob Sinclair.
Rob Sinclair? Okay, Shane, what's your answer? Shane? Shane, what's your answer? Shane, can you hear us okay? You're popping up as talking, but your audio is not coming through for some reason.
Sorry about that. It was a stupid phone.
No worries, Shane. We've got you back now. So, Shane, which lightweight fighter has mysteriously disappeared from the Bellator lightweight roster? Is it Paul Sass, Terrier Tim, or Rob Sinclair? Greg Marshall went with Rob C4 Sinclair.
I go Rob Sinclair also.
You're going Rob Sinclair? The correct answer was indeed Terrier Tim, former UFC lightweight fighter, of course.
Really?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I don't actually know why. I'm hoping to get an interview with him to actually find out why.
Right.
Okay, so after question 1, ball players are on 0 points. That's not too bad, because obviously you get a few wrong and you're both on 0 points after like 2 questions, then it's very unlikely that you'll get a TKO stoppage in the round, so that's a good thing. Obviously, you can battle it out at the end for who wins the round, but
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to question 2 now. Which 2 fighters did newly signed Kimbo Slice announce he would like to face in his Bellator debut whilst he was on the MMA? There's no possible answers for this one, so give me the 2 names who we called out. And this one isn't only just worth 2 points, but each correct answer you give me, it's worth 1 point. So if you give me 1 correct name, you'll get a point. If you give me 2 correct names, you get 2 points. Do you get that?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, Greg, give me your 2 names who Kimbo Slice called out for his Bellator debut.
Tito Ortiz and I can't remember who the other one was.
Just have a guess, Greg, if you don't know.
I'm going to say Seth Petrozelli just because he's been in the news about it, but I don't know if he called him out.
Seth Petrozelli. Interesting. Okay, Shane. Which two fighters do you think Kimbo Slice called out for his Bellator debut?
T-Ortiz and Seth Petrozelli.
There you have it. Did you know the answer, or was you sort of copying Greg there? It's a tactic, you can do it, I just wanted to know. Did you know the answer there, Shane? Was you confident in the answer, or was you just following Greg?
No, he only gave one name. I gave both.
Well, you are right.
You want me to go? I can go with Seth Petrozelli. I guarantee you it's right.
Well, I was hoping to get an interview with Seth, so I might actually contact him after this and get his words on the call out from Kimbo Slice. But you both got that one correct, so 2 points each.
No problem.
Close first round here, guys. Right, we're halfway through the round here. 2 questions down, 2 questions remaining. Are you guys ready for question 3?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, question 3. This is worth 2 points. It counts for a lot, actually, in the end of the round. So, important that one of you can pick up 2 points there. Okay, what is the title for the upcoming Bellator 134 card that takes place February 27th? So, what's the name of the card? Not just Bellator 134, what have they titled it? There's no possible answers here, so just give me a name, what you think the event is called. We'll go with you first, Greg.
Is it? I'm not sure if it's a British one or not, but I'll guess British Invasion.
British Invasion. Shane, what do you think the show is titled?
Same thing.
What was that, Shane?
British Invasion also.
British Invasion? British Invasion it is, so 2 points apiece there.
Lucky guess.
I want to ask you if that one was a copy. Greg, I would have been very disappointed in you if you got that one wrong.
I didn't know which number. I didn't know which number event it was. I knew there was one called British Invasion coming up. I wasn't sure what number. But lucky guess.
Well, here we go. This is the final question. The scores are tied 4-4. Can somebody steal the round at the end? If not, the round will be a tie, and that'll obviously leave the last 2 rounds. So this is a very interesting question here. Let's see how it pans out. Okay, question 4. This is worth 2 points. Either way, it's going to split the tiebreaker if one of you go with a different answer. Which ring card girl recently parted ways with Bellator MMA? No possible answers, just give me the name of the ring card girl who recently parted ways with Bellator. Greg, you're up first.
Jade Bryce.
Jade Bryce? Shane?
Jade Bryce.
Jade Bryce? Jade Bryce it is, guys. So that's 6 points each at the end of round 1. So that round is a draw. Okay, Shane, as that round was a draw and there's no winner in that round, as you won the coin toss, you get to decide who goes first again and which category we have for round 2. So Shane, which category are you going with for round 2?
Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so we're starting round 2 now. Obviously, the first round was a draw, so this round is very important. It's very important to get a round under your belt now. Obviously, if you go into round 3, if you win this round and we go into round 3, the person who wins this round is guaranteed either a draw or a victory. So you won't lose. So whoever wins this round will not lose the game. So
Yeah,
this is an important round to take.
You could lose, could you not? If you get knocked out.
Well, yeah, you get knocked out. Very good point, Greg. You should be hosting the show. Good point. But in terms of points and decision, it's a very important round to take this one. Okay, let's start with question 1. This is worth 3 points, a big 3 points here. Be a nice start to the round here. Okay, Anderson Silva famously lost to Yushin Okami by a disqualification after an illegal up kick in the fight, which was featured heavily, if you remember, in his lead up to his rematch with Yushin Okami. Now, I want you to tell me which promotion that took place. So, what was the name of the promotion that Yushin Okami fought Anderson Silva the first time, where the disqualification happened with the up kick? There's no possible answers for this, so We're going with you for who's going first there, Shane? Who do you want to go first? You want to go first now? Okay, Shane. What's the name of the promotion?
Cage Rage.
Cage Rage. Okay, Greg, what are you going with?
I think he was signed at Cage Rage at the time, but I think it was a different thing. I think it was Rumble in the Rock, I believe it was called.
Not only did you get the name of the promotion right, Greg, you actually got it right. He was signed to Cage Rage whilst he fought under Rumble in the Rock. You little smart ass there, Greg. Big 3 points for Greg there. Wow. The correct answer was indeed Rumble on the Rock. It was Rumble on the Rock 8 back in 2006. Oh, big 3 points there. But not to worry there, Shane, because we've got, for question 2, we've got a big 3 points again. So you can draw level with Greg Marshall if you get this one correct and Greg gets it wrong. If not, Greg can TKO you if he gets this right. Because he can take a 6-point lead. So Greg, if you get this correct and Shane gets this wrong, you can TKO him.
I like that.
Shane, this is a very important question for you to draw level. Okay, you ready for question 2, guys?
Yep.
And Shane is going first. My apologies, Shane, for not asking you who's going first. Got a little wrapped up in categories there. Okay, question 2 of round 2. What numbered UFC event did the rematch between Anderson Silva and Yushin Okami take place? So tell me the number of the UFC event. There's no possible answers.
Say where it took place?
The numbered event, so like UFC 100, UFC 87, etc. What was the number of the UFC event? The Anderson Silva rematch Yushin Okami for his middleweight title. I'll give you a hint. It was in Brazil. I don't know how much that'll help you.
Oh man. 137.
137.
Yeah.
What are you going with, Greg?
I've got no idea either.
That's good news for you there, Shane. Very good news.
137 sounds about right, but so let's just go one either side of it. So I'll go 136.
136. You're both wrong, but very, very close. It was actually UFC 134. Very good guess. Very good guess, guys. That's why it's worth 3 points, because that was a very tough question there. But that keeps Greg Marshall in the lead with 3 points. So we have 2 questions left. And both those questions are worth 2 points each. So you can still get back in this, Shane, and actually take the round. Well, steal the round, as it would. Okay, you guys ready for question 3?
Yeah.
Shane?
Right.
Awesome. Okay, question 3. This is worth 2 points. Anderson Silva competed for Cage Rage in England 4 times, as Greg mentioned. Name one of his 4 opponents in his Cage Rage career. Any of those 4. So he had 4 fights in Cage Rage. Just give me one of the names he faced in Cage Rage. So we're going with you first, Shane.
Lee Murray.
Lee Murray?
Yeah.
Greg, who are you going with?
That was only one I know as well as Lee Murray.
He faced off against Tony Strickland with that back elbow, where brutal knockout. Curtis Hands of Stone Stout. Or was it Hands of Stones? I think it was. It is a brutal knockout guy anyway. He's a former UFC guy. Jorge Rivera, obviously a UFC veteran.
Forgot about that one.
And Lightning Lee Murray. So both of you guys got it correct there.
I don't know why I went with a freaking British fighter talking to an England guy. That was stupid.
So that puts the scores at 5-2. The next question is worth 2 points. So you can't get back into the round here, Shane. Do you want to do the 4th and final question, or do you want to concede the round to Greg?
Yeah. How many points do you need to win by to get a knockout?
It's by 5, yes. Sorry, we have to carry on because there's 5.
Yeah.
You can tell that we're new to these rules on the quiz, so my apologies. Good job we got Greg Marshall on.
I'll keep you right.
Yeah, hey, if you lose today, Greg, that's it. You'll be my assistant host. I need
Right,
one balance of things. I'm just getting used to new rules on the quiz game, so My apologies to the players, my apologies to the listeners. Okay, so if Greg gets this wrong, you can actually... So, yeah, you can actually TKO him because it was 7-2. Yeah, Greg, you can take a TKO stoppage late in round 2 if you actually get this one correct. So we have to go with this one. So my apologies, Shane, for offering you to concede the round to Greg because he actually has a chance of TKOing you. Okay, you both ready for question 4?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, Anderson Silva has competed inside the UFC Octagon 18 times since signing with the promotion back in 2006. Now, I want you to tell me how many KOs/TKOs has Anderson Silva recorded during that time. So, how many TKO/KO victories has Anderson Silva racked up in his 18 fights inside the Octagon? But this one, the nearest digit to the correct answer will actually receive the points. So there's 2 points up for grabs here. So the person's given the nearest digit. You don't have to get it spot on. The person's given the nearest digit to the correct answer will get the 2 points. So Shane, you're up first. How many knockouts/TKOs do you think Anderson Silva has racked up in his UFC career?
14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
This is very big, Greg. This can win you the game. What are you going with, Greg? Very big answer here.
Is it higher or lower? That's basically what I'm going on here.
Bruce
Is it higher or
Forsyth.
lower? I'm trying to think of who I had decisions with.
You better be Googling that now, Greg.
No,
Sounds like you're trying to delay.
He subbed Dan Henderson and he subbed Sonnen, so that's 2. He's had a few more decisions. It's got to be less than 14, so I'll guess 13.
13?
Yeah.
It was indeed 11.
Yay.
Greg Marshall has just TKO'd Shane Staley at the end of round 2. Congratulations, Greg.
That'll do me.
And I nearly stole you of your TKO victory. Talk about bad refereeing. Dan Mergliotta here. I'm going to get some shit from Dan Mergliotta fans here. Shane, congratulations on the draw there. Very impressive. You gave him a tough bout there. Is there anything you'd like to say before you go there, Shane?
Not much. Good one.
Thanks.
Was that a bitter loss for you there, Shane, at the end? That was not a good way to win. You had control. You won the coin toss. You had control of the categories that were selected. You had control of who was answering first. Do you regret answering first now and letting Greg answer second? Because that really came into play at the end there. Because Greg was able to go lower in your answer. Do you sort of regret giving him control there?
No, I regret answering Lee Murray. I definitely regret that.
It was correct. Lee Murray was okay. You got it right. Both of you did. Well, we'll never know what was on. Well, we'll never know what was on the Nick Diaz questions, but hopefully we can save that for another quiz. So you'll see that on another quiz. So Nick Diaz, you're on the subs bench.
You're shelved.
You've been shelved. You'll be getting cut after Saturday. Ooh. Maybe I should have said that. Hater comments. Okay, Shane, thank you for joining us today. Hopefully we can see you on a future quiz at some point.
Thank you very much. I'm definitely going to appeal this loss.
Well, I'll get this out tomorrow for you, Shane, and you can pump it about and show your friends, etc.
All right, thanks. You guys take care.
Awesome. Greg, stay on the line. I want to interview you before you leave.
Oh, thanks.
Just imagine me as Joe Rogan in the Octagon here.
Right.
Come on in, Greg. What did you make of your victory? Come on. Tell us what you made of it.
Enjoyed it. How many questions did I get wrong? 1.
Let's have a look and see here.
I think it was just the numbered event, wasn't it?
Let's have a look. The first round was a draw. You got the first. No, you got the first one wrong.
Oh, we got the first one wrong.
But after that, you gain points on. You gain points on the next 3 questions in round 1.
Yeah.
You got off to a flyer in round 2. Those 3 points really helped you. But I honestly believe the downfall with Shane was letting you pick second.
Yeah.
But the 3 points did help you at the beginning. That really played a big part. But yeah, you stayed strong and steady throughout round 2. You continuously picked up points.
To be fair, I say I got 1 wrong, but it was actually 3 I got wrong. But one of them didn't matter because it was closest to, so that helped. But yeah, I'll do.
What did you make of me trying to steal your victory there, Greg? My apologies.
You've got to try.
Shane paid me off before we got started.
All right, I see.
So does this mean we can see you on a future show, Greg, for the title? We need a title bout soon. We want to crown a champion on the MMA Crypt Quiz. Will you face off against somebody else in a future show to crown the first ever MMA Crypt Quiz champion?
Yeah, I'll have a go at beating someone else.
Okay,
Or losing to them.
Okay, Greg, is there anything you'd like to say before we leave?
No, nothing.
Well, that's the second victory on the MMA Crypt Quiz for you, actually, Greg, because you demolished Scott Askham, obviously a former BAMMA middleweight champion and new UFC signee. You handed it to him there, Greg. What was the scores again? I think it was 5-3, was it? Under the old rules?
I think it was 5-3, yeah. I got them all right that day.
Yeah, you did good there. To any listeners, check that out. That's pretty good. That was a pretty good quiz, that one. Greg was on a roll there. Quite ruthless, Greg.
Yeah.
Well, my apologies to you guys and obviously the listeners as well. It's the new rules of the quiz. We used to do straight fire questions. I changed up a little bit. But obviously we're going with the round format now. TKO finish and the submission finishes. So it's going to get used to the rules a little bit. But all in all, it's a pretty fun quiz. First round, very competitive. Ended up in a draw. Both give the same answer, so that's sort of why it went the way of a draw. It wasn't like both guys give different answers and it just a bit of a back and forth exchanging points. So some could say a bit of a dull affair in the first round, but certainly Greg came on strong in the second round and polished off Shane right at the end there, even though I did try and steal the victory away from him. But to all listeners, I hope you enjoyed the quiz today. As always, thank you for watching.